Shine your light, shine your light. I'll drop a flare, that works too. You just used a battery. I am extremely stingy with those batteries, and I don't know why. I find them everywhere, but I never use them. Down to one flare. But, yeah. So that was our boss battle for this area, though it is by no means the end. So let's open up these first aid kits, which don't have any medicine in them, or bandages. But I think there's 3 in here, so I spend a minute just sort of stealing everything. So I pick up 3 flares, fill on revolver ammo, and I just spend a... I can't get the thing to go over and see what the other thing is there, so I gotta sort of slowly approach it from the right, and it turns out it's batteries, which I'm full up on. I don't get why I'm so stingy with the batteries, though. I mean, they're everywhere! I actually start to use them a lot more later on, because you do encounter a ton of poltergeist objects, and that's what you need the batteries for, is the poltergeist objects. But no, we must check around for prizes, so we must run around aimlessly like an idiot. Yes. Find 3 flares, and nothing else. And of course, this isn't the direction we're supposed to go, so it's not like Alan here can just pull himself up and we can follow Killdozer's trail. But, yeah, so let's just progress. Go forward, step into the light, grab coffee. Coffee! Who keeps leaving all this coffee around here? I mean, I can understand finding it in, like, the construction yards and such, but why would you find it in just the woods? Well, I'm glad they left the keys in the ignition.
I've never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine.
Wait. So, that was like maybe an hour of nighttime? How long was he knocked out for?
The coal mine wasn't far enough.
For that matter, how long did that guy wait to call the cops? Seriously. The days are about as long here as they are in Hyrule. Alright, so here we are
Today,
at Bright Falls.
I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
Yeah, go get him, Alan. But first, let's check a dumpster for no reason. Nope, nothing there. And then Coal Mine Museum. Which, there's actually an achievement for looking at all of these things and examining every possible possibility. Now, here's something that pisses me off. When you start off this level, or this section, I should say, you start off outside the car, and you naturally assume that the coal mine is, you know, within walking distance of you. And so you start walking. Because you assume, well, why would they start you off outside the car when you're just supposed to get right back in? Well, you're supposed to get back in the damn car. Of course, I don't figure this out until I come to a sign. Which, don't look at. But I eventually decide, fuck it, I'm heading all the way back. So I'm just going to skip ahead a bit here. There we go. So let's get back in the car instead of jumping at it. Passenger seat, slide right over. Why do they start you off outside the car?
Little by little, without realizing it, I'd come to believe that the story in the manuscript was coming true. The current of its narrative had taken me deeper and deeper into dark waters.
He's just now figuring this out.
Barry was probably in jail. I was a fugitive from the FBI. The whole world taken over by the Dark Presence was trying to destroy me.
Well, actually, it seems more like it's just this place. Now, you look here, there's a Jeep. Just in case you actually ran all the way down here and didn't go back for the car, they actually were kind enough to let you have a Jeep. Why didn't they just start you off inside the truck? But I decide, hey, four-wheel drive is better than nothing, is better than what we got here, so I'll take the Jeep. So I end up, I think I steal like 3 cars in the course of this, because they keep leaving you different vehicles to play around with in case you just, you know, kept wanting to keep going it up on foot. But I get out here because I think there's something to investigate. Thought I saw a manuscript page on that rock, but it was just the sunshine. So get back in your car. There you go. Yeah, I originally thought that you only found manuscript pages during the nighttime for some reason, but actually you can find them during the day, and if you're not careful, you will miss them. So, let's continue on here. There's a broken bridge above us. And, is that it? No, that's not it. See, a lot of these little patches of sunshine look like manuscript pages, but they're only there to slow you up and make you waste more time. And right now I'm deciding whether or not I want to try to go off-roading or not. So, oh, don't go that way. Don't go that way. There you go. Ow! Oh, I'm glad we have insurance on this. And there's another car! Just in case you really wanted to run all the way out here, but there's a house in here, so let's go and investigate, because there's usually prizes inside these things. And yes, we can take it. Let's see, in here we find radio. Let's have a listen.
This is Pat Main, and you're listening to KBF-FM. Folks, I want to apologize for kind of abandoning you to that looping music track last night, but I was detained. You see, I encountered a big-shot G-man with an itchy trigger finger who could use a lesson in manners and a boot in the ass. Not necessarily in that order either. Now, folks,
Mr. Rogers is pissed.
Very informative here, and I apologize for that. I really should just keep quiet, but I'm just so peeved right now, because some people just shouldn't be carrying badges. And I'm just glad that our Sheriff Breaker was there to straighten things out. And if someone I met last night is listening, let me just say, I'm sorry if my mouth got you in trouble. I'm pretty sure you're not the bad guy here. Godspeed, son. I hope you know what you're doing. Now, on a lighter note, I'll be talking to Dr. Nelson all morning. But first...
Well, we have been given the sanctum blessing of Mr. Rogers. Truly, our mission is a holy one. But let's proceed here, if we can ever get out of this. There's nothing else in here. Nothing else. Just go. Just bad country music. Run away from the country music. Towards the car, Alan! Thank you. I believe we decided to go back to the Jeep because, hey, that four-wheel drive helps out so much. Plus, it comes with a free spare right on the hood there to obstruct our vision. Let's back up. Or go forward. That works too. And, see if we can not crash into everything. There we go. It's kind of the very boring part of the game, isn't it? Just driving around aimlessly looking for stuff. I don't know why they couldn't just take you right there. I mean, there are like a few little odds and ends to stop by and get, like that radio thing and this mill coming up, but other than that, there's not. And there's another car. And a porta potty, just in case we haven't used the bathroom yet. But we must investigate this, so hey, what do you know? It's a 1970s piece of shit, I believe. But we cannot use the porta potty, so let's head upstairs. Who knows, we might find another one of those viewfinder things that'll help us find our way. There's nothing over there. There you go. God, this is boring. And what do we find in here? Another radio!
Welcome back to KBF-FM. Hope you enjoyed that tune. Now, Doc, you were talking about life and finding that special someone, that soulmate. Well, you were
Mr. Rogers is turning into Dr. Roth.
I was saying I don't buy it. Well, see, to me, that's strange, because I always pegged you as a hopeless romantic. You got me there, Pat. But
hopeless, yes. Romantic, not so much.
You need to do a lot of looking, sure. But the idea that there's that one special person out there for you, and if you miss that chance, it's gone forever, and you're forever incomplete. I mean, isn't that depressing? Or
well, yeah, but then again, so is most romance.
There's plenty of fish in the sea. And apparently a fisherman has a fishing analogy for everything. But what you're saying, isn't that a little harsh? Well, no. What I am saying is that your potential for finding that connection isn't limited to...
This is a horror game, right?
Encounter. How is that harsh? Yeah, well, I guess that's a nice thought, but let me say something personal here. Okay. Now, well, I don't disagree with you exactly, but I can't really fit that together with what I feel.
Is this part of the script, or did these guys just start talking and forget the mic was on?
She was. And I let her drift away from me. Maybe I didn't put in the work, I don't know, but, well, since then, and it was a long time ago, but since then, there hasn't been anyone, not like her. And I'm not saying I dwell
Maybe
on
this
her
is a setup for a later scene, like his long-lost love interest comes back to haunt him or something?
It's the way she completed me.
You can't argue with the heart, Pat.
I'm sorry, folks. I had kind of a scary experience last night, and let's just say it's shaken a few things loose.
Several screws, actually. Okay, and just end on that note. Alright, let's move on then. Jog back to the car, since there doesn't seem to be anything else here. Go on. You've already been here, just go back to the car. Now, do I take the piece of shit or the Jeep? Decisions. Nope, we're going with the Jeep. I want that Ford dependability. Unfortunately, it's not a truck, so if I wanted that, I probably should have taken the truck. And this thing just winds the whole goddamn way. And here we go again. Something else to get out and explore? Lord forbid we actually go right to the destination. We must stop and explore everything. If it's not shiny, there's nothing there.
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
And see, this confuses the fuck out of me because I think I'm at the right place now. But I'm not. I actually sort of fell flat on my ass there. No, what happens is I actually moved a little bit too far forward and triggered an event before I was actually supposed to, because I was trying to jump into that chute barn thing there. But, so now I'm looking around trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go. Because I haven't looked at the goddamn compass and figured out that I'm not in the right place. Fortunately, I do discover a manuscript page. So, trip not for naught.
For Mott, spying on the writer on the ferry had been a disappointment. His boss had made Wake out to be something special, but Mott hadn't been impressed. He'd gotten a good long look at the wife, though, and he liked what he saw. Mott had fantasized about goading Wake into a fight, but it hadn't happened. Still, he'd get his chance to see if the writer had anything in him. He'd been promised as much.
Interesting. Who's paying this guy and for why? You know what? I'm willing to bet it's Barry. Barry's the one behind it all. That makes sense. Stop tripping over your own goddamn feet! Jeez. Because we must be completely thorough, we must try to get around and see if there's any other way into this place. There's not, but that doesn't stop me from looking. There's, however, a way down, but there is... If I took that route, we'd be walking the whole way, and probably I'd die. So let's get back in the Jeep. Driving... This thing whines constantly! It's supposed to have four-wheel drive! Oh my god. Okay, so visitor parking is on that side, so let's try here with the porta potties. Alright, let's see if I can do this. No, come on. There you go, come on. No. There you go. Come on, easy to the spot. You can do it. Come on. Oh, look at that! Perfect! That ought to be a fucking achievement right there. Perfect parking! Why did I pause?